So we're down on flat bottom ground next to a beautiful wheat field. We're in a bean field, and this is the 10-acre field I'm talking about that I made the big mistake on and misread the moisture. And I'm going to show you how I'm dealing with that. So we have to get out of the tractor in order to show you. And I'm going to get down here in the shade right in front of the tractor. First let me turn around. So right there is a giant foxtail that survived the pre-plant tillage. There is another one. That might not be a giant foxtail, but it's grass that survived the pre-plant tillage. So I was out here and rotary hoed. The field basically turned solid green after I planted it. I planted too close to the last rain. And the field turned solid green. Now, the beans, and I did not pull my depth up. I should have pulled my depth up on my planter, but I did not. I left the planting the same, and so there was a little bit of delayed emergence. You can see the difference in the emergence there among the soybeans. We do have a good stand here. Rotary hoe came along. You can see weeds that have been missed that are still alive that were too big for the rotary hoe to kill. And there are some weeds here in the row. Now you can see that the rotary hoe did loosen this dirt down here, but we still have foxtails like that that survived in the row. And so we have to get progressively meaner, and we're using the spike cultivator, and we are pushing the dirt right up on the row. See if I can get out of the shadow here. So with the 10-inch spike, I have a spike running right there. It's, I don't know, well, technically it's 5 inches from the center. But as it wobbles around, it wobbles around. Now, unfortunately, some of these beans, I threw a clod on that bean there. That will not hurt the bean because the growing point is right there, and that bean will grow right out of it. But I am using the spike cultivator, and I am going right close to the rows and pushing dirt right up to the point of burying the beans in an attempt to get some of these weeds in the row. There's a cucumber. Those are not dead. And some of these ones out here are big enough that the spike walks around them. He's not killing them. But what we are aiming for are those little foxtails that are right next to the row. I want to bury them. And the field looks a little bit ugly here, but the cultivator is doing a wonderful job of pushing another 1/2 inch to 1 inch of dirt into the row. There's a site of the row that I've just cultivated. There's another one that I've just cultivated. And here is where the tractor is going to run. So, and there is a shot where the spikes are actually operating. They're getting right up there close to the row and tickling that and moving dirt right into the row. They bury a few soybeans, but they are doing a wonderful job of getting the grass. So the other thing about the spike cultivator, and I have to come back here and check this out, is that we have the rapid depth adjustments, and I see that soil there. I want to be moving that much soil. We're running in the top 2.5 to 3 inches. But with the rapid depth settings there, you can change that and micromanage it. And so the point that I'm looking at is the bolt that fastens the tooth on. There's the bolt that fastens the tooth on. So there's that much tooth below that point. I want that bolt to be covered. That row there might be running a hair deep, but I'm going to leave it a hair deep. That row, the bolt is covered good. The rows where you tractor drive, they never get as good a penetration. That row there, the bolt is covered. That row there, the bolt is covered. This row here, the bolt is, he's barely covered. He could probably go a ½ inch deeper, but it looks like he's moving enough dirt. So this row right here, there I can still see the bolt. And that would concern me. You know, I would go a hair deeper with this row. The reason I'm not going to go a hair deeper with this row is because row number 6 always has the biggest ridge. When I was running on the corn the other day, you know, the ridge between the 6th row and the 6th row, you know, every 6 row pass, there's a pretty good ridge of dirt there, and so you have a lot of dirt to move. This row, the outer rows, never have to be set quite as deep as the inner rows. You can see it up ahead here. Try and get down here and show you the soil profile. See this center row right where the tractor runs, he's the tallest, and then the next 2 tallest, just the way the planter pushes dirt, are the ones on the outside wings. And so I have plenty of loose soil to work there. But anyway, we'll just keep working away. There's the kids moving the cows to a new pasture. That's nice to see. So the heat has set in, and we are out here relatively very early. I think it's 7 o'clock. Early in the morning, trying to get some work done before the heat really sets in. Thanks.